Okay, guys, so you'll notice that I changed number 10 because Farah pointed out that whenever was not in the box, I changed it to when. However, whenever would have been a correct answer as well. I would not have marked it wrong because it makes sense. So there's a little leeway there. I would have let it go. But I changed it to when to match the answers from your box, okay? Make sure you put your name in the chat for attendance. Now, on the exam, your answers must come from the boxes. You cannot take different answers, okay? Yes, Mavit. I'm sorry, Leanne, did you have a question?
I was going to say, can I write wherever? But I remember that you said we can write.
I can't hear you, honey. Your voice is very low.
I said I was going to say, can I write wherever? But I remember that you said that we can write wherever.
All right, so in the exam, you will choose a word to complete sentence like this. You will only use each word once, okay? So make sure when you are taking the exam, you read through all of the questions and have an idea of what you're going to do before you put the words, okay? Because you'll be writing in pen. During the exam, if you make a mistake, don't scribble your paper, just draw one line through the answer that's wrong and write it next to the question, beside the question, and draw a little arrow, anything to let me know which one it is, but don't scribble stuff on your paper, please. Okay? All right, so we're done now with page 91. Everybody put your name in the chat. And we're going to move now to page 90. Hey, these are the prepositional phrases that we were working on yesterday. Okay, let's go to page 90. All right, remember we changed the directions yesterday because I thought it was too easy for you, to be honest, okay? All right, so here we're circling the preposition and underlining the prepositional phrase. So in each sentence, we are circling the preposition and underlining the prepositional phrase. Now, I told you you don't have to write on the side, okay? But to write a note for yourself at the top when you go back to review, we circled preposition and underlined prepositional phrase, okay? All right, so let's start with number 5. We'll finish this and then we'll start the review for today's lessons, okay? Adito, can you read number 5, please?
Number 5 is we spent about a day exploring the Great Salt Lake.
I don't know what you're reading, honey. Oh, sorry, number 5. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. Go ahead, sweetheart.
Um,
We spent a day, we spent about a day exploring the Great Salt Lake. What's the prepositional phrase? Find the preposition first.
About.
That's right. And remember, our prepositional phrase starts with the preposition. It starts with our preposition. And it ends with the noun or pronoun that comes behind it. So what is the prepositional phrase?
About.
That's the preposition. What's the prepositional phrase?
Exploring the Great Salt Lake.
I can't hear you. right, guys, take a look. We have here preposition with, pronoun us, with us, preposition into, noun, Salt Lake City. This is a proper noun. Here we have from. We didn't finish the prepositional phrase here. We must have ended the meeting here. I believe that was you, Malik. Is that correct? Were you answering this question, Malik?
Yes, sure. Sure.
Hello, Malik. Malik, your mic is on. Can you speak, please?
Miss, can you hear me?
No, honey, your voice is so far. You have your mic far away from your mouth. You have to get closer to your mic for me to hear you. Okay.
Miss,
Let's see. Who can help us? Farida. Farida, number 4. Then we borrowed a rental van from an agency. We said, Farida, that the preposition was from. What's the prepositional phrase?
an agency.
From an agency. The prepositional phrase starts with the preposition and ends with the noun or the pronoun that follows it. Okay, so we start with from. I don't want red, I want black. Start with from an agency, okay? All right, next. Back to you, Abdurrahman. Is that right, Abdurrahman? You were doing number 5?
Yes, Miss Amanda.
No, Adito. Adito, you were doing number 5. Sorry. Adito, back to you. We spent about a day exploring the Great Lake.
I think it will be the Great Lake.
I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you. One more time.
The Great Lake.
No, not the Great Lake. See, we have, let's see, let me ask someone else before I explain. Hamza, what's a prepositional phrase?
They explore the Great Salt Lake.
No?
They explore. Are they?
He was correct when he said about. About is our preposition.
About a day?
That's correct. About a day. So Adito, here we have the noun day that comes after the preposition. So our prepositional phrase is about a day. Exploring is our verb. We spent a day exploring. Oh, okay. So this is not part of our prepositional phrase. About a day. Here we have preposition and the noun that follows. Okay. All right, let's do one more. It's number 6. Remember, when you look for the noun or pronoun that follows the preposition. Moaz, can you do number 6, please?
Yes. The huge lake was filled with shrimp. Circle with underlined with shrimp.
That's right. Very good, honey. You're correct. The preposition here is with. The prepositional phrase with shrimp. See, preposition followed by the noun shrimp. Okay, thank you. All right, we have a guest today, Omar. How are you? Hello, Omar. Omar, can you unmute your mic so you can speak, please? Okay, Yusuf, number 7, please. Hello, Yusuf. Yusuf, are you there? All right, Abdurrahman Kareem, can you do number 7, please?
Yes, I'm here.
Honey, I've already called on someone else because you didn't answer. Abdurrahman Kareem, can you do number 7, please?
Yes, Miss Amanda. Okay. We left and headed for
Wyoming.
Wyoming. For is the preposition for Wyoming is the prepositional phrase.
Very good. That's correct. For preposition and for Wyoming prepositional phrase. Remember what I told you. If you want to check that if your prepositional phrase is correct, you can remove it from your sentence to make sure that the sentence still makes sense. We spent exploring the Great Salt Lake. The huge lake was filled. We left and headed. All of these are complete sentences without our prepositional phrase. Wahba, can you do number 8 for us?
Sure. Driving across Utah was interesting. Across is the preposition.
That's correct.
And across Utah is the prepositional phrase.
Excellent, very good. Across preposition, Utah proper noun, across Utah. We take that out, we have driving was interesting. Okay, very good. All right, let's see. Guys, put your hands down unless you have a question, because I'll call on people from the list, and your name is not in the list when you raise your hand. So unless you have a question, please put your hand down. Okay, Melik, what's your question?
Miss, can you hear me now?
Melik, you have to type in the chat. We can't hear anything you're saying. Abdurrahman Kareem, what's your question? Abdurrahman Kareem, do you have a question?
I forgot to lower my hand.
Okay, thank you. Wahba, do you have a question?
Miss, when you asked Tom or something, he told me to tell you that his mic wasn't working.
Yeah, he tells me that every time he attends that the mic doesn't work. And every time he attends, which is very rarely, I tell him, please fix the mic. So I hope that he fixes it before grade 5 because he's going to need it if you guys are still online. All right. Jenna, do you have a question?
I wanted to answer.
All right, why don't you do number 9, Jenna?
Miss Amanda, I can't hear you.
Why don't you do number 9, Jenna?
Next, we paced through Idaho. Through
Through is what?
the preposition.
Yes, very good. And the prepositional phrase?
Through Idaho.
That's right, through Idaho. Idaho is a proper noun. Very good, honey, thank you. Yusuf, number 10.
Yes. Number 10. We finally arrived in a town called Jackson. In
That's
is
correct.
the
In is the preposition. What's the prepositional phrase?
in a town called Jackson.
No, not all of that. Just in a town,
That always.
okay? Finally arrived in town. Oh, no, actually, we finally arrived in a town called Jackson. Yeah, this is what we call a modifier. You guys haven't taken that yet. All right, Jackson, Wyoming is the home of Grand Teton National Park. Tahir, how about you?
Yes. Jackson, Wyoming is the home of Grand Teton National Park.
Is the preposition.
Is the verb. Uh-oh,
Of is the preposition.
what did I just do? 1 second, let me put this back. There we go. Go ahead, honey, say it again.
Of is the preposition.
Of is the preposition, very good, that's correct. Okay, I'm gonna start to use the brush on the screen because it's not showing up when I move it. All right, Jackson is the home. Of is the preposition. I hate this fat brush. That's why I like using the other one, but okay. And what's the prepositional phrase, honey?
Grand Teton
Of Grand Teton what?
National Park.
That's right. This is all one big proper noun. Grand Teton National Park is the name of the park. Okay, thank you very much. Reem, number 12, please.
Yellowstone National Park is
You have to raise your voice, Reem.
Yellowstone National Park is north of this area. Preposition of phrase of this area. Preposition of
Very good, honey. Preposition is of. Prepositional phrase of this area. Okay, Wahba, do you have a question?
Yes. In number 10, if we took out in a town, it would be we finally arrived called Jackson.
Yes, I know. I noticed that. So I think what I would accept from you, because I've given you my little trick, which didn't work in this one. I don't know if this is an exception. I would accept, because I told you you could use my little trick, I would accept the whole thing. It's because you haven't learned about modifiers yet. You would count it as a modifier if you knew what modifiers were. Okay, I am doing a very bad job of drawing around these prepositions. Did I get them all? I'm drawing around them so I can erase the other and we can move the page. Did I get everything, guys? Is that all the ones that we've done today? Let me clear the screen from the other drawings. All right, there we go. All right, let's move down to number 13. Remember, I told you, I never told you that removing the preposition is an ironclad rule. This is just a trick that I use because it helped me. Remember, I told you this is something that I used to do. So understand, Wahba, that it might not work 100% of the time, okay?
Okay.
Okay, honey. But it does work most of the time, especially when using simple sentences. You'll find as you get older, the sentences will become very complex and it won't work in that either. But for now, because your sentences are simple, most of the time it works. All right, let's see. And when I say most of the time, I mean like 99%. Okay, Hamza, how about you? Can you do number 13 for us?
Sure.
Thanks.
We headed towards the Tetons. Toward?
I think I just erased something. 1 second, I'm sorry. I just wanted to see what I erased.
Okay.
Yes, toward is correct. That's right. Toward is our preposition, Hamza. Very good. What is the
The prepositional towards the Tetons.
That's right. Toward the Tetons. Excellent, honey. Very good. All right, let's see. Farah, how about you? Number 14.
We arrived at Yellowstone. Preposition at and prepositional phrase at Yellowstone.
Excellent. Very good job, honey. At preposition, at Yellowstone, prepositional phrase. One of the most beautiful parks I've ever seen. at Yellowstone National Park. Beautiful. You want to see pretty pictures, you can Google it. It's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, Basil, how about you? Number 15.
Yes. Once inside the park, we visited Old Faithful and other interesting volcanic feature.
Okay. Once inside the park, we visited Old
Inside?
Faithful and other interesting volcanic features.
Inside,
Inside, very good, honey. Inside is the preposition. What's the prepositional phrase?
the park.
Not the park. What's the prepositional phrase? Remember, prepositional phrase starts with the preposition and ends with the noun. So inside the park. We have to use the preposition in our prepositional phrase, okay? Anybody have questions about prepositional phrases? All right. In the exam, you will find sentences that have one and more than one, okay? So make sure you read the sentences carefully. All right, let's move on to the next page. Today we are going to do finished complex sentences. Today we're doing commas. This is like the easiest lesson ever. All right. Let's see. Let me open onto Paint so we can add our commas to our paper. Okay. And I'm going to go down the list again to call on people to read, answer, and tell us where we add commas in our sentence. Okay, let's start down at the bottom this time. Farida, can you read the box for us at the top?
Yes, of course. A comma shows a pause in your writing. No, I didn't realize the 5 senses are part of our nervous system. Use a comma to set off the name of the person you're speaking to. David, didn't you listen in health class? Use a comma to set off an introductory word. Well, it's time you started to pay attention.
Thank you, honey. Okay, so after
You're
the
welcome.
person that we're speaking to, like the name David, we put a comma. After introductory words like no and well, we put a comma. Remember, if we're speaking to a person, their name comes in the beginning, the comma goes after their name. If we're speaking to a person and their name comes at the end, the comma comes before their name. If we're speaking to a person and their name comes in the middle, where do we put comma? Where do we put commas if their name is in the middle of the sentence? Tell us, Reem.
Before and after the word.
Before and after the name. Very good, Reem. Thank you. That's right. Before and after the name. Leanne, do you have a question? Okay. All right, let's continue. Farida, why don't you read number 1 for us and tell us where to put the comma?
Of course. Betsy, don't touch that hot stove. You should put a comma after Betsy.
Okay, so a comma after Betsy. That is correct. Comma
Thank you.
right after Betsy. Okay. All right, let me make this red so it's easier for you to see. Just 1 second. Let me change the text color. All right, there we go. After Betsy. Okay, next, Yusuf, number 2. Hello, Yusuf. Okay, Wahba, number 2.
Philip, why are you shouting at me? Comma at Philip.
Comma after
Comma
Philip.
after Philip.
Thank you, dear. Comma after Philip. Tahir, number 4. No, sorry, number 3.
You will shake.
Number 3.
Well, you were about to burn your fingers. Comma after well.
That's correct. Comma after the introductory word well. Okay. Ragmini, number 4.
Okay. Yes, but I would have pulled my hand quickly away. Yes, comma, but.
That's correct. Comma after the introductory word yes. Thank you. Reem,
Sure, but not quickly enough to keep from getting hurt. Sure.
after sure, that's correct. After sure. Number 6. Pilar,
Miss Amanda, did you call me?
yes, Pilar, number 6.
Thank you for caring enough to warn me, Philip. Comma after thank.
Not after thank you. Read the sentence again. Thank you for caring enough to warn me, Philip.
Mm,
Who are we talking to in the sentence, Pilar?
to Philip.
Philip, right. So where do I put the comma?
After me?
That's right, after me. Before the name Philip, that's correct. Remember we said, if the name comes in the front, we put the comma after the name. If the name comes in the end of the sentence, we put it before his name. Okay? All right, thank you. Omar, can you try your mic again? Hello, Omar. Can you try your mic again, please? It must be very hard for you to play your video games without a mic that works. All right, number 7. Muhammad,
Miss,
yes?
hello. Omar said to me his mic is broken.
Okay. It works when he turns it on and off on the screen. I can see it. So maybe he just needs to
Yes,
check the volume or the settings.
but he won't talk. He doesn't make voice.
Yeah, maybe he needs to check the mic or the settings for it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I know Omar is an avid game player, so I can't imagine he plays games without a working mic. He's got to get that fixed
Hello?
so he can play games.
Miss Amanda, can I say something?
Yes, sir.
I actually can turn on my mic in PUBG without a normal mic. It doesn't need.
Yes, but that if you can turn it on, it means it's working. Whether you need a normal mic or not, you can turn them on. It means that the sound on your device is working. Okay, let's get back to what we're doing. We're wasting time. All right, Omar, try to fix your mic for instances when you need it. Number 7, Muhammad.
Did you know, Betsy, that your fingertips can send a message to your brain? Did you know? After that, a comma.
Okay. And
Uh, After Betsy.
that's right. Remember, we said when the name comes in the middle, before and after. Okay, when the name comes in the middle, before and after. All right. Yeah, how about you do the next one? Yeah, Tamara, how about the next one?
After yes, we put a comma.
Read the sentence like everybody else, honey.
Okay. Yes, but how does the message get there?
Okay, very good. After yes, the introductory word. Very good. Thank you. All right, Noaz.
The message travel through special nerve cells called neurons
Around
before bursting.
before Betsy, okay? Before the name Betsy. Very good. Thank you. Leanne?
Yes, that sounds is interest interesting. Before the name Philip.
That's correct. That sounds interesting, comma, Philip. Thank you. Jemana?
Yes. For example, special recapture neurons on in your finger pick up the message that the stove is hot. For example, then a comma.
That's exactly right. Very good. For example are the introductory words. For example. Good job, honey. All right, Jenna.
Yes.
Your turn, Jenna.
Next, Bestie, the message is translated in your nerve cell as an electric impulse.
Electronic impulse. Next, Betsy, the message is translated in your nerve cell as an electronic impulse.
After Betsy and before Betsy.
That's right, before and after Betsy. Okay, remember when the name is not at the beginning or at the end, we use before and after, okay? All right, next one, Jada.
Yes, Miss Amanda.
Your turn.
Okay. Um, love, that sound amazing. After flip, we will put comma.
After Philip, the person that we're speaking to, right? After Philip. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hamza, number 14.
Number 14. Believe it or not, Betsy, the impulse travels across a network of nerve cells all the way to your brain. Before and after Betsy.
That's correct. Before and after Betsy. All right. Okay, some of my commas look like little straight lines. Okay, number 15. Last one on the page, Farah.
Yes, I've heard that's how it works. Comma after yes.
Comma after yes, that's correct. Okay, someone said I didn't. Who is that? Who was saying miss I didn't? Yeah?
Yes.
What were you saying?
I'll say I didn't answer.
Didn't hear you.
I'll say I didn't answer.
Yes, because there's only 15 questions and 21 students. So you're not the only one who didn't answer. There was not enough on this page. You can answer on the next page. All right, there's only 15, 21 people. Not everybody's gonna get to answer one on the same page. Okay, let's go on to the next page now. Any questions about using commas? No? All right, we have only 2 minutes left
Miss,
and our time is going to run out. Yes, Basil, go ahead.
number 14 is written in my sheet. Finally, the impulse travels across a network of nervous cells all the way to your brain. It's
Okay,
not
what did you
like
put the comma behind?
I write it after finally.
That's correct.
Finally.
After finally would be correct. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Our next page is do we have 3 pages today? We'll leave the page 94 and go to 95. Okay, let's go to 95. We can come back and do 94 tomorrow as it's review for everything. Let's do suffixes first to make sure we get to the main topics. We have about 1 minute to start. So here's what you should do. Why don't you guys do this page tonight? You don't have to submit it. Just do it and bring it tomorrow to class so that we'll have time, we can save time and go through the answers more quickly, okay? So do page 94 and 96. You don't have to submit, but if you do them, we'll be able to move through the answers more quickly. Because we finished the other 2 pages, we're a little bit behind. We will catch up, don't worry. Okay, so please do 94 and 96 and bring it with you to class tomorrow, along with the sheets for tomorrow's class. Yes, Jenna?
I was Hamza, but never mind. I was just gonna ask what pages, but you said it right now.
Okay.
Miss,
Jenna, did you have a question? Jenna, your hand is up, honey. Do you have a question?
yes. There's another page. It's 93.
Yes, but 93 had errors on it, so I chose not to use it.
Okay.
Did I list page 93 for today?
No.
Let's see, yeah. Because there was